Welcome back, everybody. Here we are again in our single player world, in our main city, right in front of what is the future spot of the palace entrance. And man, I've been loving this palace build. It's really awesome to see people enjoying it as well in the comments. A lot of people saying this could be our best build we're going to be getting to so far. Like, I wouldn't get too far ahead of ourselves, but I think this has the ability to do it. This could be the build that really hopefully sets the tone for the rest of the builds to come. Let's put it that way. And of course, it goes really well with our big city. But let's leave that. That's the most ugliest angle of the city we've ever seen. But tell you what, let's get started on this, because today I decided, you know what? Enough with these small details like this. Let's start spreading out a bit. We've got a lot of depth in here. We've got some stuff going on at the entrance. It has to happen, so those small details were necessary. But now what I want to do is I want to start going into larger details. Many comments in the last video did say, hey, Jansey, why don't you put some large windows in? Great idea. And that was exactly what I was thinking. Some large windows, roughly around there. You can see I've actually expanded this side. We're going to be working on this side and then copying over here to there, slightly. There will be a few changes and you'll see what I'm talking about. But as much as we're looking at this side, as much as we want to do stuff, we want to do it all on this side and really just block for block over the other side almost. So just think of it that way. And we're going to be doing it in modules. So it makes life easy. You see, if you build pieces that can kind of be replicated, your life's easy. So as long as you build between two things, that's what I've been doing with this challenge of building on an angle, which I don't know if you guys have forgotten, but we're building on an angle. Might not seem it, but it's going to show, hopefully, in the future. You know what? Let's just quickly take a flyover. How about this? This could be a good little thing. Just to start off this episode, we'll just take a quick little flyover. You can see slight angle. It's going to be ever so slight, but it's going to be very, very cool. So how about we get started on the window here, by the way, and also get going on just building some stuff. So what I was trying to do is I was thinking we could do a fairly large window here, but the problem is if we do 5 blocks, because this is 5 blocks wide here, if we're doing 5 blocks wide, this window is going to be extremely, extremely large, and I think it would be good to have a little bit of something on the edges, and a 3 wide window seems to be pretty good. So we got to go for a 3 wide window and see how we're going here. So the goal for today, as I'm saying, today we're going to be building out wider, and hopefully by the end of the day, I don't know if this is a bit adventurous, a bit ambitious of myself, but I would like to be all the way to the corners, like all the way over there. These two touching, preferably, so then we've connected them up completely, which will be fantastic if we get that far, but I'm not too sure. I would love that to be the case, but I'm not too sure. So let's get these in here. Actually, I've just thought, because I want to do something. Whoa. I want to do something like that over here. I was thinking about it. So this actually has to be 1 level higher for me to do that. Just based on my calculations. That's the case. And there and there. Wonderful. Now, while we're building this, if anyone's got any cool ideas for the future of this build, of course, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I love to see the ideas that come through. And a few ideas have been quite heavily related to the ability to build a dome. My ability to build a dome. Let's see if we can do it. I've never built a dome before, but many people want to see a dome, and I wanted to build a dome in the beginning, or spire, one of the two, perhaps even both. But something that I was thinking about with the dome. Actually, don't know how tall I've gone there. I think 7 or 8 would be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, good number. Good guess. But with what I was thinking is, I would like to give that a go. I'd like to give a dome a try. I think it could be something that makes a big, big difference. And I was trying to think of how do we perhaps mold it in with what we've got here. And I'm not 100% sure it will work, but there is some reason for me to believe that it could work with the blocky, squarey sort of stuff we've got now. And the reason for that is here in Sydney, because if you guys didn't know, I don't just speak weird for no apparent reason. I am from Sydney, Australia, and that is why I sound very funny. And the reason I mention this is because here in Sydney, we don't have too many amazing buildings, but we've got some pretty neat looking buildings. And there's one called the Queen Victoria Building. It's a building in the middle of the city. It's probably the prettiest building there. In my opinion, it's the coolest looking building, and I've always traveled past it, looked at it. It's got a lot of windows. It's got a lot of it's made out of sandstone. It's a really cool looking building, but we don't have the kind of blocks to do something like that here. But I've taken a lot of thoughts about that and how perhaps we could maybe look into getting some domes, which are on the roof of this building, into here. And if you would care to Google it, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. I think that could actually work. Oh, that was so close. But you'll see what I'm talking about, how it's got a lot of very square, sharp edges, I guess, and it still manages to pull off the whole dome sort of thing. And I think that works really wonderfully for that building. So that gives me a bit of hope that we could perhaps get a dome to work in here. Let's just try this. You know what? I'm just gonna freestyle this one. Something like that, and there, and now we gotta come down again. There, like that, and is that everything? One more. Something like that. We'll just have a look and see if this is starting to work. So getting this big window in, I think will set the tone for this wall going up here. I've also gone to a particular height, just hoping this will be a good height for us. I'm not too sure whether it will be, but it's worth a try. So if we go up there, go up that height, and then we probably could put something in here to make it work together there. That could actually look a little bit more like a cathedral in many ways. But I hope that when we pull it out this way, it'll start looking back like a palace, but we'll see how we go. I think that actually could work quite cool. Let's get this little piece in here, this little ridge, like that. But I'm not a big fan of these anymore, completely. I think we can do some stuff. I want to keep them sort of the way they are, but I want to improve on them, because I think they are a bit too plain for my liking. I tend to start adding stuff, and then some may call it over decorating or over detailing. I like to think of it as as volume decoration by volume, just more and more. Oh snap! Just more and more and more, as much as I can. Can I really not? Yeah, that could very well be the death of me. Let's just quickly get rid of this little bug. Oh wait, that's what? This mouse is gonna make me go crazy. You get so used to where you move that when you start moving your mouse in the same spot that you would to do a 360 or whatever, or 180 really. I mean, there's no real purpose of doing a 360-degree turn, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you get so used to where it's going to be, as soon as you turn around, when you've got this mouse issue, which is only as I record, it really does throw you off quite a bit. Now I need to get in the back there. Can I be a little bit sneaky? Let me just get rid of these. I want to see this in properly, so it's just something like that. I guess I just realized if I wanted to be super stingy on blocks, which I kind of do, because we're running out of blocks on the daily right now. I've been having to go gather up a lot of blocks. I've actually run out of grass, which is one of the weirdest things I thought I would never run out of. Grass blocks. I guess it's because I've been digging a lot without a silk touch shovel. But man, that's something I thought I'd never have the issue of. No grass blocks. They tend to be the bane of my existence in here, along with those little guys. It's a little bit too grey. We can maybe switch those blocks out for well, I was going to say grey concrete, but I guess that doesn't help us with the grey. Let's just switch it over to a bit more wood. It sounds kind of weird, but I think that could work, perhaps. So if we get oak wood, get that there, and then we go down like this. Oh, one more. No. There we go. Like this. I think this could hopefully add a little bit of a nicer look to it, like that. So we'll go jump down here. Let's check that out. Yeah, that's a lot better. And I also have to put this piece in here before we forget that. So get this over here. That'll close it off quite nicely. And there, here. Oh, no. How does that fall up there? Can you explain that? How does a block fall half a block up? That never happens when you need it. That's all right. That's fine. So there, and the last one in here, we'll just quickly grab these. Can I get up? Yep, good. And this around here, like that. I think we should be looking pretty good. And the sun's going down, which is fantastic, because that means I get to sleep, and I get to do a bit of work on here as well. That's a good start. What I'm thinking now, what would be quite good, is for me to just go ahead, take this piece up, because as I say, I want to do these in modules. So if I do this module up, I can even maybe transfer it over to here, but I'll just do that up a little bit, go up that way, and try and see what we can do for the top piece here. We might have to wait till we've connected both these up, though. I'm not too sure how high I want to go. So actually, maybe what could be better is I'll put in a top piece here, and then we'll start working on that. I want to get a balcony on the top here. Now look at that. Tell me that doesn't look like what you had hoped it would start looking like right now. I was holding out a little bit with it. I was feeling like, you know what, maybe this could work. Maybe this palace is going to start coming along. And today, I think, is the day that it actually fits in with the rest of the city. I think it's starting to, personally. You know what? That's what I think. But we'll see how it goes. But I think it's going pretty good. So this angle I just thought was a real neat angle. I'm actually going to drop those there. I've been running low on oak, because that apparently is the toughest wood to get to. And it's the only wood I ever choose for some unknown reason. I do this to myself all the time. I'm like, hey, you know what would be great for this? Use some oak. And then I don't want to talk about it. I just do it to myself all the time, and it's horrible. Right, so what I want to do here, as you can see, I've put in each side there. I want to make a little bit of a balcony over here. I've just dug out some spaces here. I'm not too sure how we're going to do it. I think that seems about right. And the whole thought is, behind this, of course, we could have these windows being tall with the ground around this height here. We could have it on the same sort of level. We could even have these windows just looking out. I'm not too sure how that's going to work. As a matter of fact, this could prove to be a problem in the future, but I would rather take things from the outside here, make them look good for the rest of the place, and then deal with the problems that could arise a bit later. And I'm not too sure if you understand what I'm talking about, but probably find 10 episodes from now, I'm going to be kicking myself that I did that. But you know what? We'll worry about that 10 episodes down the track. For now, I want to just see if I can get this place to look cool. And also, can I make this ender pearl hit just above there? I think that is the angle I need. Oh, that wasn't actually what I was intending, but man, that was... I should have pretended I was going for that, because that would have been impressive. But sadly, that's all right. We got this. So what I want to do is just pop that in there. I guess I only have to get rid of that. Something like this. So this is what I was thinking of for the balcony. I'm not too sure whether it is the best way to do this, but I'm pretty confident it's going to work all right. Maybe another one. Yeah, just there. Perfect. And these around here. So if I do this out here, I want to pull this balcony out so that it kind of has a little bit of a curve to it. Like this, and this, and... How am I standing on this block? That is... Yeah, that is... I honestly feel like I should not be able to be standing on this. Alright, that's cool. Jump. Pearl. Good. There we go. So something like this, where you can walk out, look out over the city. It's going to look better. Trust me, it will look better eventually. Look out over the city. Man, I actually really feel like we should have another boat here. Okay, we'll be done. I'm just looking at that. That would add so much detail. Another boat in over there. Ship. Sorry. Yeah, that could be a cool little look. So as you walk out, you look out there. You see this stuff around here. Don't see that. I think that's a cool little spot. Let's look at it from the bottom. I know it's probably going to look pretty boring right now with what we've just done. But that's a good start. And I think the issue is going to be getting the curve to it is going to be quite a difficult thing. So perhaps our best bet would be, instead of starting with the curve like this, maybe starting with the next level, putting in a little bit of a roof here, and then coming back to the curve, because that roof may very well detract and kind of distract more than distract from the curvature of this, and you could be able to sneaky get away with this. So let's grab some of those. Go up here. We'll go up, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Yeah, that's good. And then up here again, just have many seems all right. Yeah, that's good. Might actually just remove these. Yeah, let's just go for that. They'll do. I've been trying to just wing this as much as possible, and it seems to be the best way of doing this. There's so much I could be calculating and, you know, like adding in every possible thing together to make sure I get the right thing. But I think this actually, overall, this kind of messier style is definitely where I feel more comfy. Definitely. So what is this here? Do I have to... What did I do there? Okay, those. Like that. And, no, like that. How did I get this wrong? I didn't put a block in there. Okay, well, as I speak about it, I do that. Really? Of all the times I could have messed up, that was the ultimate worst time I could have messed up. Hey, I like just doing things without calculating things, and then bam, mess it up. But that's fine. There we go. Let's look at that. Whoa, and this around there. Yeah, that's much better. So you can see what I mean. I actually might take. You know what? Actually, I was gonna say I might take this down, but I kind of like these all at the same level. Just like that. There. I was kind of picturing taking this down because we've got these at different heights, but That's actually pretty neat. So let's get this door in. And we also need to get a little, well, doorway, not a door necessarily. We'll get a little bit of a railing in here, which isn't going to be a fence. I'm not a big fan of fence railings. I feel like the fence posts, I use them for everything except as fence posts most of the time. Although they're a bit better than stairs. I'll give them that. Stairs I use mostly not as stairs. In fact, I think we spoke about that like an episode or two ago, but I very rarely ever even have stairs in the world to walk on. They're normally just roofs. So let's check something like that. That could work, all right? And that's a good spot. Well, yeah, kind of works. Kind of works. I mean, from the top there, it might be a different story. Every time, that is a different story. But for now, that's what I'm looking for. I think that'll do the trick. And we will go back up over there. Here's another little irony for today. I'm just thinking, the stairs in this castle may actually be one of the one times I do use stairs. So I'm a walking contradiction today, but that's all right. It's fine. It's all right. We're getting some cool looking things. We can excuse a few contradictions in my building style, all right? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And something like that, I think will turn it out, make it turn out quite nicely. And I guess we also can change, well, we can change the blocks that are in those parts over there. That little bit of white terracotta in there, that actually doesn't even have to be there, but that'll be an interior sort of thing to deal with. So how's that looking? A lot better. That's a lot better. So what I want to do now is put a little bit of a roof on, but let's put another window in on top of that. Before we do that, we'll put a window in here. So if we can go up maybe to here-ish, I guess. Put a little bit of a window like what we've just done before, but maybe a little bit taller than what we've done. So if I go up there, dang it. That before before I forget, and then I'll just keep enderpearling and then enderpearl myself to my imminent demise. But there we go. Something like this. You guys know this window. And there it is. Bam. Window in. Not to mention all these other ends here as well. I decided, you know what? Let's just go ahead, put it all together and see what happens. And it's actually, it's taken a lot longer than the rest of these. These two little pieces on either side have taken way longer than this, and this. For some weird reason, even though it was so simple. I think it's probably towards the end of stuff. You know how it is. Just kind of builds up and then you kind of take a little bit longer. Your brain's turning to mush, but took some time, thought about it, and I think this is actually going to work quite well with what we've got here. Tell me what you think, of course, of the shape overall. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and add in a few little pieces like this. These were neat little tricks to get a bit of color in, or a little bit of a different look to it. Look at that. Just having 2 block gaps, well, that block and that block. Those are actually just 2 blocks capped off on either end with a slab. Tends to work quite well to be able to get this little piece in here. I think it looks fantastic. In fact, I want to go ahead and get one of them in here. In fact, what would be a good place? Maybe just a little bit lower than that. Let's start this out. And also, by the way, I'm using this, the little bit of spruce leaves, just to give us a bit of a different look over here to hide the boringness that is below it. Because trust me, it's absolutely boring below that. It's just plain wall. And I think that's a neat thing to do. Just hide the wall, and then you'd have to deal with it. And it still works. So that's what we're going for on this. Now, with this, I've decided for apparently, like, there is literally no reason why I decided to do it. I just decided to use spruce for this wall, and we'll be using, for the grey walls, I think we'll give it a go. A bit more grey, and you'll see what I'm talking about with that. And that needs to go. There we go. That'll work now. So, that there. This and I think that's all right. Like that. Yeah, that there and this. Okay, now we got it. So this is the way I've been doing it. And this is, as I say, a cool little trick in walls just to add a bit more life to them, because they end up becoming so bland and boring so quickly. So you have to always keep that in the back of your mind. How am I going to be making this a little bit more interesting? And this is definitely one way that I found, at least. Sneaky trick to get it to look a bit more interesting. So let's go back here, check it out. It might be on the incorrect level. An incorrect level. probably would have worked anywhere. That works quite well. So you see that? It just adds a little bit of detail to this wall. We can go ahead and do the same thing to that side. What level is it on? It's on 1 below that there. But that's the sort of thing that I think just adds on a bit more interest to the wall. And also a bit of depth, I guess. Just pulling it out with a little bit more depth and stuff like that. Just for the sake of it. Now, I can't remember which one it was. It'll have to be that one there, surely. Yeah. Like that, there, there. Break that, and that. And then this one's going way quicker. I say that now, and then I start placing blocks in incorrect spots. So the reason it works so well is because it actually hides the blocks behind it as well, which is cool. So it only works in one direction, obviously. If you get stuck with it, you just got to flip them around. Which one's on the bottom, which one's on the top. There and there. And let's go check it out now. So just that little piece, I don't know if you remember, this wall was looking pretty boring about a minute ago. And right now, looking a lot more interesting. You see that? Then a little bit of bush down the bottom, and this whole place is going to look fantastic. I might even be able to do a bit of a hanging garden in some of these places, but just a little bit. Oh wait, not like that. A little bit of that there, and this over here, and a little bit over there, and that should just fill this area up really nicely. In fact, this needs to come up there like that, a little bit higher, to look like bushes, or really vines for that matter, I think. Yeah, that'll work. They'll do the trick for now, because we have to extend over that way as well. So with this, I was saying, I think these could work quite well as well, up here. And I didn't manage to get done what I expected not to get done, I guess. Oh, no. Please don't die. We've come so far. We can't just drop down to our imminent death over there. There we go. So over here, what I was thinking is just a little bit of that there. So we'll actually go up 1 there, there, and there. Actually, I should rather be using the. I think I actually might as well use these, and then we'll use the. What I said is I would use the stone as the block for the inside. So if we do that there, get rid of that one, not that one, but that's all right. We'll come back to it. There and there with some of these. I think this is going to look quite good, and just get rid of the boringness of this wall as well. It's so easy when you just do a flat piece to get it to look so monotonous and really not do anything. So this hopefully will do the trick. Hey, there we go. Good. Guess this is my fault there. That one, and like this. No, can I just place the blocks in the right spots, please? This little mouse problem. It causes me quite a lot of grief. But there we go. Now we should have it. Okay, that's a neat little look. Yeah, you kind of get the picture. We do another one of these over there, and this whole place looks pretty good, I think. So here we go. This is a great place to stop off for this episode. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Of course, your feedback is what builds this place. So any thoughts on this? I'm going to fill that piece in on that side as well. Don't worry. Any thoughts on this? I would love to hear them. I'd love to hear what you guys think of it. If you guys just like it, any things we can add on to it, any things for future on in this project, of course. Leave them down in the comment section, of course. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Thanks for joining me here today, and I'll see you in the next one.